Koel, congratulations on your book.
Thank you.
Our viewers would really like to know from you, what's this book about?
It's about identity. It's about wanting to be seen. But really it's about friendships. And it's about friendships that we make later in life.
Okay.
Not the friend that you made because, in class 3C he was sitting or she was sitting next to you.
Yeah.
Or that your families were friends and therefore you are friends. These are friendships that you seek later because they either fulfill you or fulfill a part of your life. Either you have mummy friends or museum friends or couple friends or whatever it is. And these are friendships that I find, at least for women, they really see you through, and they come from such diverse places, and they can be such interesting women that you would never normally have the opportunity to meet. But in the end, as the title suggests, clearly invisible in Paris, it's about paradoxes. It's about wanting to be seen by a place that is trying to alienate you and unsee you.
Okay. This is your debut novel.
Yes.
Writing your first book is always a challenge. Writers get all sorts of doubts about their own abilities. So, how was this experience for you?
I think I will contradict you here to say actually writing your first book is the easiest book because there's nothing to compare yourself with, right?
Yeah.
There are no benchmarks set, no milestones that you have to cross. The canvas is completely empty. You can paint it how you want. You don't have a style yet. You don't have a voice yet. I think the second book there will be, but she wrote this and why is she writing this now? I found for me the biggest challenge was just getting to the writing, getting rid of all the rest of the procrastination, getting rid of Instagram, getting rid of the child's needs and the other duties and the acting jobs and whatever, and sitting down to write. And then there is always a point that comes in your writing where the characters just write themselves, and that is the magic that happens where a story just flows. And I'm lucky it happened very easily for me, at least as far as this book is concerned. Doesn't mean that everything I wrote made it to the page. Half of it didn't. But the writing came very easily.
You've said before that the characters in this book, all the characters in the book are flawed. Do you think that people in real life are not without flaws and the perfect characters only exist in the stories?
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. I don't know. And if there are those, what is perfection anyway? It's not something that I seek, certainly. It's the flaws. It's how easily we accept or are even aware of our flaws that attracts me to another person. That intrigues me, that makes me feel you are a beating heart, you are real, you are somebody I want to get to know. Because it's not just this, lovely smile, let's talk and let's, but what's really going on inside you? Let's scratch the surface. And I've always been about this. Even On the Couch with Koel was all about, let's remove this veneer. Let's talk about what's really going on, right?
Yeah. So you had different professions. You have been an actor, a producer, now an author. Have you are the characters in this book are inspired from your real life?
The beauty about fiction, I find, is you create this world of make-believe, but everything, for it to be believable, has to have truth in it. The truth doesn't mean that it has to be factual. So, yes, the germ of a lot of situations and people come from real-life situations, but in the end, there is no identifiable character because they're an amalgamation of everything that I have seen, experienced, lived. So there's bits of me in everyone, there's bits of me in every situation, but there's also bits, suppose I'd met you earlier, you may be in my second book, because there'll be bits of you, or the way that you smile, the way that the sun catches you, something that stuck with me, or something you said, that somewhere stays in my psyche, and it comes out when you're writing as part of your toolkit. What can I use now? What can I use now? So, at least for me, I'm not writing realistic fiction. I'm not writing historical fiction. I'm not writing fiction. I'm writing pure fiction. I'm imagining, creating.
A lot of people prefer watching films over books, and there are some who believe that a book is something else. A film can never capture the magic of books. You have been an actor and now an author. So I think you will be the right person. Which side will you prefer?
The truth of the matter is that when I first, right at the germ, when I was first just developing this idea of flawed friendships and, a kind of antithesis, if have you, of Sex and the City, which is one of my favorite shows. But just what if they weren't all white, amazing women, right? What if they were flawed immigrant women? And the thing is that people don't think of me as an immigrant because I come from a certain class, education, privilege. So therefore, how could you be an immigrant? But I am, right? I'm an immigrant in Paris.
Yeah.
But when I first started writing it, I imagined it as a TV series. And then very quickly it became evident to me that I needed to be in the thoughts of these characters. I needed to get under the skin and I needed to layer it. And those are things that you can get on good film and television projects, but you depend a lot on the actors, and I wanted to have that control.
Okay.
And when you read a good book, your imagination makes the story that much more powerful than when you watch a film. There, all the work has been done for you.
That's true.
It is this way. Now you're either going to like it or not like it. But when you're reading, it's you who's imagining what this character looks like. What does Mr. Darcy look like to you is different from what Mr. Darcy looks like to me.
Yeah. Have you already started working on your second book?
In between, I wrote my play.
Okay.
Just after this book, which was called Mummy's Dead, Long Live Mummy. And I do have an idea, not just for my second, but second, third, fourth book, where there are many stories that have, found. Now, which one takes off will just be a matter of literally which one takes off,
Okay.
which one gets the most dedicated time.
What was the last thing that you bought from Amazon?
I actually bought Enan Diaz's Trust.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Yeah, that's a good book.
That's the last thing I bought.
That's actually
and
very
then
good.
I bought, I'm not allowed to say the one thing I bought. That's a bit icky.
Okay.
And then I bought a school bag on wheels. Okay, that's the other thing. So
Okay, that's great. So at Amazon, we have a campaign called Gift a Book, which talks about the culture of reading and how book is a gift that keeps on giving. So we'd like to know from you some recommendation of books that can be given as gifts.
Number one, recommendation of a book, whichever camera is watching this, is Clearly Invisible in Paris. It's a great book, especially Valentine's Day is coming. Give it to your friend. It's a book of, love, friendship. Who needs a lover, right? You need sisterhood. You need friends. Gift that book.
Okay.
Start a chain. One gives it to one friend, another buy four, gift it to four friends. If it comes back to you, you know that you're set.
Okay, Koel, thanks a lot for joining us.